Exodus chapter 15 conclusion. Okay, still here in Israel, just a little bit of a different view here. Yeah, there are lots of beautiful places here. Beautiful, interesting kind of views. Mountains, high mountains, etc. Right, it's a beautiful place, I think. So, yeah, in this chapter, there's the major part in the chapter is the hymn that they sang. Then there's a mention of Miriam leading the people in worship, and then at least music-wise singing, right? And then there's going to Mara and for 3 days not finding water, then finding the bitter water. And then there's ultimately the stop at Elim at the 12 fountains and 70 palm trees. Now, what is for me the outstanding parts of this chapter? This is ultimately, I think, the main part of this is God ultimately and his miracle of destroying Pharaoh's army. So on the one hand we see God destroying Pharaoh's army, the beauty of God doing all of this undeservedly for them, and on the other hand we see people groaning. Why? Because for 3 days they can't find water. Now the question, the main topic for me out of this ultimately is just the worship part of it. But before I get to that, I just want to again see here how it's drawn out. A lack of understanding by the people of who God is. It's still so clear as daylight that these people had no idea who God truly is. They still had this concept in their mind of God is just like the other gods, right? Other gods, no, they're happy at you. You do enough, they're happy at you. You don't do enough, they're angry at you. It doesn't rain, you don't make money. So if you do, you get. That was their concept of the gods. That was just, and trust me, that's a normal concept for the vast majority of people today of their gods, be they Christian or Buddhist or Hindu or whatever, it doesn't matter. You do enough, you give enough, you get more, right? That whole kind of concept, the gods. So you've done enough, then the God's not angry at you. If you've not done enough, then the God's angry at you. If you sinned enough, too much, then you're going to be sick. Ask the Baptist Church there in Russia. Listen to their prayers. If not, then all is well. That's sad. And this is as well this concept that the people had still here of God, that he is just like them. But what do we see in this chapter? We see God, not just in this chapter, but up all the way throughout the scriptures up to now, and very clearly in this chapter as well, that God just destroyed the Egyptian army in the previous chapter. He showed them his mercy, he showed them his grace, he showed the power. He showed all of these things to the people. He set them fully free. And now the people still, after that, getting through, no water for 3 days, they're angry. And they think that, okay, this is just, yeah, right, the other gods do these kinds of things as well, right? On a smaller scale, understandably. But since we don't have water, God is just like them. He's playing a prank on us, right? He's not really that loving. He shows as if he is, but in fact he is not. Because look at us here. We're in a desert, no water. We're going to die of thirst. Just like in the previous chapter, right? We're here just so that, isn't there enough graves in Egypt? Their understanding of God was still so wrong. They still had to learn so much about who God is. And God, yes, sure, He's going to rectify it. By His grace, He's going to rectify it. Not because they deserved it, by His grace. They were moaning and groaning the whole time. Actually, in fact, no excuse ultimately. But God is rectifying through this. He's showing who He is, who they are. He's doing all of this for them, and without any real excuse, they are moaning and groaning the whole time because they're projecting their ideas of their gods or the gods of the people around them upon God, which is wrong. And I've mentioned now in my teaching as well, it's like the idea of Christians saying you can lose your salvation. So God started to walk with you, He started the path with you, He saved you, He gave all of this to you, He gave you His Son, and now you made a choice to not follow and believe in God anymore. You throw back His presence of faith into His face. You spit into His face and are like, oh yeah, sorry, I didn't like. Or God will just let you go, right? This is a wrong view of God. This is what bad earthly fathers do. You see it in my other lectures as well. I've spoken about this a number of times because it hurts me so much when you're speaking like this about my father. When you say these things, Christians, believe that you can lose your salvation. Ultimately, what you're saying is that, well what I see is that you don't know God as a father. That you think of God as a father, as a worse father than lots of fathers. My father would not have done something like this. And he was a human with lots of sins. And you will say, God, is the one true perfect father will do something like this? No. No, 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 no. Please, please. Anathema on that. Sorry, it's just anathema on that.